The bell sounds, and for Drew McIntyre, that sound symbolizes a call to arms. McIntyre's a gladiator you only find in history books.
The Scottish Warrior has attacks sharper than the blade of the sword he wields. Movements more swift than that of a Highland dirk.
The more heightened his defenses are, the more powerful he becomes. There is no safe quarter when you're in the ring with Drew McIntyre.
We're about to see how he fares against Big Bronson Reed. Because it's nothing personal. Destroying the competition is just the business Reed is in.
He has a task at hand, but prefers to be showboating right now. He leaves the ring, but he could lose this match by countout.
Sky high! Way up there. To the gut.
Oh, man, meeting the barricade.
Uh-oh, draped across the barricade.
I do not like the looks of this.
Boom!
And Reed didn't find a defense for that attack.
Yeah, and that can be a building block for McIntyre to build upon.
Drew McIntyre's about as formidable a competitor as they come here in WWE. He's a man who can be methodical one moment and explosive the next. I have to imagine it's difficult to come up with a proper game plan when facing off against the Scottish Warrior.
Yeah, McIntyre absolutely is not the type of superstar you could put in a neat little box, Cole. But if you could pick your spots wisely and avoid any major mistakes, you might have a chance of taking down the Scottish Warrior.
McIntyre there once again proving just what it means to be the Scottish Warrior.
Not even close to backing down at this point.
Oh, had that well scouted.
And Bronson puts a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
He's hoping to start a rush of his own with that attack.
Boom! Offense like that is why Drew McIntyre's a game changer.
Yeah, so
Blast off through the air and connects.
No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races through your body.
got him.
This fight has made its way to the entranceway.
Oh, man, so many things can go wrong now.
Neckbreaker. Ooh, he's starting to struggle here.
And McIntyre's aggression seemingly growing with each attack.
Kick to the gut. Arms hooked. Future shot. DDT. Reed's in crisis mode.
And this one is over.
Here is your winner.
Oh,
the
taking it right to
Scottish
him. No
Warrior,
waiting.
Drew McIntyre.
And they were not able to beat the ref's count. This one ends in a countout.
This match ending by countout is not...
A 300-plus-pound behemoth, Big Bronson Reed has an incredibly intimidating physicality. The moment this man hits the ring, you know what you're in for.
But what's deceptive about Reed is how well he moves for a man his size. The guy's built like a steamroller, but he's agile and fast. Oh, and one more thing, he likes to come flying off the top rope like a boulder hurtling through the air.
And when he lands, you can just about feel it all the way back in the cheap seats. The power of Big Bronson Reed is just astonishing.
Yeah, and then you have the epitome of someone who's come looking for a fight and won't stop whether he's satisfied or not. Drew McIntyre.
You are right, Corey. Drew does not care who he is standing across the ring from and where the fight is. He just wants to fight. He makes it no secret, that is for sure.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
And Reed is now in a demoralizing spot.
Can Reed withstand this surge?
These two battling to a dead heat with these reversals.
Uh-oh, cross the shoulders.
Air raid crash neck breaker.
Drew is known as the Scottish Warrior. He loves a good fight and is not the slightest bit shy about letting his counterparts know exactly that.
Yeah, and in Drew's case, there's no reason to deviate from that plan. Take the fight to the competition and let the chips fall where they may.
Glasgow kiss.
Drew doling out quite the punishment there.
That's just the nature of a big fight machine like McIntyre.
He needs to fight his way back into the ring. Future shock DDT! The future shock DDT!
That might be all Drew needs.
Into the ring now. An emphatic victory.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Here we go with Bronson Reed in the ring, the master of so-called Australian strong style.
It's an all-out approach that has paid dividends for Reed so far. One massive blow from big Bronson Reed is enough to put just about any superstar on spaghetti legs.
We'll see if that smash mouth approach helps Reed topple the opposition here tonight.
And on the opposite side of the ring is a man who represents an entire culture of people every time he fights.
McIntyre uses the final moments before he enters battle to clear his mind of all the noise and distractions and visualize a clear path to destroying his adversary.
Taking a trip outside, but he's got to be mindful of the count.
Hip drop. Showing off their deadlifting prowess and just
Tossing them aside. Not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but it sure looks effective from here. Pulling him in for the backbreaker. Ouch.
Muscling up their
opponent.
What a gut-wrench powerbomb.
That powerbomb was absolutely worthy of both halves of its name.
Gut-wrench suplex. One strong attack after another.
Got him.
Counters. Count out may be imminent here.
Really testing fate right now.
And that was a well-executed attack.
McIntyre wreaking havoc with his knockout.
Boom! Claymore delivered.
McIntyre might have him.
Staggering to his feet, but he won't.
And that's all she wrote.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre set for competition. Talk about a superstar who never hesitates when it comes to bringing the fight to his opponents.
Oh yeah, Drew is always looking for a fight, and I would say he definitely found one this time around.
Get ready to see the Scottish Warrior on a warpath in this one, guys.
But he's got trouble on his hands in the form of Bronson Reed. This big man climbs into the ring with a simple objective in mind: to inflict as much damage as humanly possible. And with his 330-pound frame and jaw-dropping power, inflicting damage is pretty easy for big Bronson Reed.
You said it. We've seen Reed run roughshod over the toughest competition. He doesn't care who you are or how strong you are. Bronson Reed is going to tear you apart.
When you're in the ring with a powerhouse like Drew McIntyre, what's the most important thing to keep in mind?
It's crucial that you show McIntyre no mercy. This is a guy who can take a real beating and keep on swinging. So, hold nothing back. If you give McIntyre even a sliver of an opening, he'll exploit it. Take off. You gotta be kidding me! Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost? To the left side.
Snap headbutt. Oof. There's proof positive that McIntyre has become one of the best talents on this planet.
This is what comes with Drew's seasoned experience.
Pulling him in for the bone breaker.
Right to the lower back.
And now Reed is under immense pressure.
This is what it feels like to run into a competitor like McIntyre.
Back and forth, looking for the advantage here. One reversal after another. These two are reading each other's minds.
And now gets tossed into the ring. That was almost a count out. Heads out of the ring, but needs to be mindful of the referee's count here.
No!
Oh, straight to the floor.
Brash decision-making there proved to be extremely detrimental.
Can you recover from such an error? You have to wonder. Look at this, just unloading. And now the blood is flowing from the face of Bronson Reed.
McIntyre gets met with a response.
Counter upon counter. Great minds thinking alike.
McIntyre with an incredibly ruthless sequence.
All of Reed's power is smartly being negated. Finds the advantage after a string of counters. These two having an answer for everything.
Oh, well scouted by Reed. What are you guys thinking?
Obviously not about the ref's count, Cole. Plenty of ways to get creative. Up on the entrance area.
Also plenty of ways to get yourself seriously hurt.
Back into the ring. It's over. All in a night's work.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew.
Here we go with Bronson Reed in the ring, the master of so-called Australian strong style.
It's an all-out approach that has paid dividends for Reed so far. One massive blow from big Bronson Reed is enough to put just about any superstar on spaghetti legs.
We'll see if that smash mouth approach helps Reed topple the opposition here tonight.
But let's take some time to discuss the warrior in the ring. Part of what makes McIntyre exceptional is the raw intensity he brings to the ring. You just look at him and you can feel his drive, his motivation to topple every foe that gets in his way.
I'd go so far as to call Drew McIntyre's determination scary at times. Drew doesn't care what he has to endure to get the win. He's here for victory at all costs.
Big old boot! I don't know if this is a show of confidence or a wasted opportunity to attack your opponent.
To the sky.
Oh, just deadlifting their opponent and
tossing their opponent like they're nothing.
I don't think people realize the amount of strength it takes to hurl someone like that.
Look at this. He just tossed the leg.
McIntyre turns things around.
Glasgow kiss from the Scottish Warrior.
McIntyre scorching on the warpath there.
There is no caging the Scottish Warrior. Not anymore.
And perhaps Reed's confidence just got a bit shaken.
Yeah, and after that, McIntyre looked like he's been putting in the extra work.
He saw it coming, taking advantage.
Defenses are sharp in this series of reversals.
Pummels the shoulder. Boom! He's testing fate here, in danger of a countout.
Kick to the gut. Arms hooked.
By McIntyre.
Will Drew close this out?
Re-entering the ring now.
He's got to know he's in harm's way here.
What a match! Drew McIntyre gets the win.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
A countout is always a tough way to lose.
The winner looks a bit...
Big Bronson Reed really is a force of nature, isn't he? Just a colossal superstar with a high-impact, high-intensity offense to match.
You got that right about his offense, Cole. The tsunami says it all. Tangling with this mammoth of a man is no easy task.
Absolutely, Corey. This matchup should be quite the collision.
Let's hope he's ready to take on Drew McIntyre, a superstar whose face is next to the definition of determined.
There is no one who exemplifies that more than Drew McIntyre. We've seen him at his lowest and fight his way back to reach the pinnacle of his career. I think he's carrying that same determination in this match here tonight.
He had it scouted. Perhaps thinking about what to do next here.
Piercing the throat.
Drew is known as the Scottish Warrior. He loves a good fight and is not the slightest bit shy about letting his counterparts know exactly that.
Yeah, and in Drew's case, there's no reason to deviate from that plan. Take the fight to the competition and let the chips fall where they may.
Boom! DDT!
Stomping down!
Oh my God, what impact!
Hitting the elbow drop.
And the tenacious McIntyre.
This is it!
And a kick out right away.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it.
Using the elbow to escape the attack.
Oh my God, a clothesline. Able to capitalize on McIntyre's mistake. Caught an elbow to the gut for that effort.
Short clothesline hits its mark.
Quick thinking pays off.
Got the knees up.
Clothesline. Boom. this one might be headed ringside.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off. Just breaking down the opponent.
McIntyre now with an unrelenting attack.
And that's Big Drew doing what he does best, taking the fight to his opponent and ending up on top.
And Reed with a counter.
Reed showing how much punishment he can withstand before getting his own offense in.
Yeah, Reed able to stop that surge dead in its tracks.
He turns it around.
And down with the suplex.
Big risk here. He may be counted out.
He might be oblivious to the count, guys. This is a pretty dangerous place to fight. Screens, exposed metal, ledges, so much could go wrong very quickly. And now Reed is...
What a win for Bronson Reed.
Here is your winner.
Maybe that will shut him up. One thing you have to respect about Drew McIntyre is his unshakable confidence. Every time he heads to the ring, he does so knowing he's got all the courage and strength he needs to win the match.
It's an attitude that served him well and maybe the ticket to him grabbing another win here.
But then we've got Big Bronson Reed, a bully in the ring who can just plow through any opposition foolish enough to get in his way. When Bronson Reed... Incoming! Senton from the apron! Someone get the spatula. We have a human being to scrape up.
Gut-wrench suplex! You have to be in peak physical condition to pull off a move with that much weight behind it. Right in the face!
My God.
To the left side.
Glasgow kiss from the Scottish Warrior.
What a vicious assault.
Uh-oh. Future shot DDT.
Will Drew close this out? The Scottish Warrior staring into his opponent's soul right now, trying to see what they're made of. He's looking completely lost as he finds his footing.
The referee continues the count, may call it soon.
Oh boy, he's stalking him, watching for an opening.
He gets back into the ring. Victory.
Here is your winner.
Ooh, he gets what he deserves for all that
Scottish
gloating.
Warrior,
Here we go with Bronson Reed in the ring, the master of so-called Australian strong style.
It's an all-out approach that has paid dividends for Reed so far. One massive blow from Big Bronson Reed is enough to put just about any superstar on spaghetti legs.
We'll see if that smash mouth approach helps Reed topple the opposition here tonight.
And then there's the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Not just a moniker, it's Drew's entire mentality when that bell rings.
Yeah, it looks like we are in store for a war here tonight, guys.
And Reed with a counter. What are they doing here?
That arm's going to be sore for a while. Could affect all their offense.
Oh, stop. He thinks he has it. He gets an emphatic kick out.
Anyone who thought this be over quick has another thing coming.
Air raid crash. Drew's competition knows he's in the deep waters now, and McIntyre is the king shark.
If this works, it could change the course of the match.
Soaring.
Oh, no! Taken to the air and completely wiping out.
And a stomp to the gut, too.
Oh, stomping away.
Oh, strong impact. I don't know if this is a show of confidence or a wasted opportunity to attack your opponent.
Oh! Ooh! Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back. To the left side.
And the possibility for serious injury just went way up.
These superstars are starting to get very imaginative right now. You have to think someone's looking at that stage and getting some dark thoughts.
He's testing.
Kick to the gut. Arms hooked.
Future shock. Good night.
Will Bronson get back up?
Returning to the ring now.
He's begging him to get up so he can put him back down.
And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre was once the handpicked chosen one of WWE. But in the end, all of his success has been the result of good old-fashioned hard work.
Yeah, credit to McIntyre. Everything he's got, he earned here in WWE. He's a terrific example of the heights you can achieve when you set your mind to it.
And tonight, Drew's got his mind set on continuing his success story by putting his head down and going to work in this matchup.
But he's got trouble on his hands in the form of Bronson Reed. This big man climbs into the ring with a simple objective in mind: to inflict as much damage as humanly possible. And with his 330-pound frame and jaw-dropping power, inflicting damage is pretty easy for big Bronson Reed.
You said it. We've seen Reed run roughshod over the toughest competition. He doesn't care who you are or how strong you are. Bronson Reed is going to tear you apart.
When it comes to in-ring ability, as soon as the bell rings, Drew McIntyre might be the most explosive superstar around. How much do you think that explosivity is going to be a key component in this one, Corey?
Well, it's always a major part of his matches, Cole, but hopefully it's not all he's got up his sleeve. We know Drew can be a thinking man's wrestler when he wants to be, and he absolutely needs to be here.
Ooh, well measured.
Trying to break Reed down with that maneuver.
Yeah, as McIntyre was putting that warrior spirit into effect with that.
Well scouted by Reed. Pulling him in for the breaker.
Right to the lower back. Ooh, Glasgow kiss from Drew McIntyre. The Scottish Warrior delivering that like a bolt out of the blue.
And we are down to the proverbial line.
Claymore connects. McIntyre might have him.
All right, back to it, returning to the ring.
He's lining him up.
And this one is over.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior,